I just want to, at this point, very briefly at least, address what the entire world seems to be preoccupied with and is going through, and many people have written and spoken about it just within the past couple of days. First of all, I don't think that we can say that we know why this is happening in an absolute way, why God is doing this virus, which pretty much everybody is panicking. But a few things that we do know for certain: that we are already right now deep into the times of Mashiach. The Rebbe, Melech HaMashiach, became initially revealed as Mashiach back in the early 1990s. So here we are some 28 years later. So we've only been progressing within the era of Mashiach. And on so many levels, we see so many changes, miraculous, messianic, and natural ones, which are also messianic. On so many levels. So I think that it's for sure, definitely, part of the process of the revelation of Mashiach. That's all I can say. How and why, that would all be speculation. And I know that there are dozens of explanations that people are saying. What I'm going to say now, some of it I'm sure others have said. So I don't have a real source for what I'm going to say. And I'm sure many people found many sources for all sorts of things. After all, everything is hinted to in the Torah. Not necessarily what people point to and say that this is what it refers to. Not necessarily is that where the Torah is referring to it, but everything is to be found in the Torah. One point is, there's a ruling in the Rambam in Maimonides where he states, and the Rebbe Melech HaMashiach quoted this many times, and actually said to publicize this for all to know the following ruling. A person is always to envision himself or herself that their scales of good and bad, of evil and righteousness, is exactly equal. Every individual, there's this scale where God weighs all of your merits and demerits. All the good things are on one side, all the bad things are on the other side. For each individual, for every country, and for the entire world. Now, we don't know how to measure that, for it goes in both ways. One single good action, good deed, or even a good word, or perhaps a thought, can have such impact and carry such weight that it can outweigh a tremendous amount of sins. And likewise, God forbid, in the other way, one sin can be so bad, so severe, that it can outweigh so many good deeds or fulfillment of mitzvahs, commandments. So we don't know how to measure. What we need to believe, to picture all the time, is that scale where God is constantly weighing is exactly even. So in order to tip the scale, it doesn't take any major, intense, great, heavy mitzvah. good deed, but anything. When it's so balanced and it's so sensitive, you drop a feather on one side that tips the scale. And then the person, your very next deed, your thought, your speech, how much more so your action, can be that one deed which is going to tip the scales and bring redemption and salvation for oneself, for their entire country, and for the whole world. Now here we saw it in the negative. One person gave a sneeze or coughed or whatever they did. One person, one little nothing. And the effect that it had physically, it affected the whole world. Because anybody who's not been infected, but what's going on, everybody is getting scared, and country after country, government after government, they don't know how to control it. How much more so when we do one good deed? Don't think that in order to change the world, in order to tip the scales and bring Mashiach, you need to do something which is earth-shattering. You do, but it could be one very, very simple deed. Anything could do it. Don't underestimate the power that mankind has. That's one thing. And a second point is, there are consequences. There's reward and the opposite. God gave us commandments. And for the non-Jewish world, for the 70 nations, you have your set of the 7 Noahide commandments and all that goes along with it. Charity, education, having children, etc., etc. Basically, to be moral, good, kind, just, righteous, all for the sake of God. And he gave the set of laws. And as mentioned with intelligence, but here it's also with emotion, sometimes people seem to like, how can you not get it? How can you not understand that look what was done, look what it caused? And it becomes global. How did AIDS, HIV, how did that creep into the human race? So I think it's a matter of fact. It's not speculation that it's because people, maybe one person, decided to live a lifestyle which is against God's will, against God's commandment in the Torah, for any human being to do that. So it's not like, well, that one person is weird, that one person is evil, that one person is bad, let them burn, let them get punished, and the end of the story. No! They bring destruction to the whole world. From the 1970s, and here we are now, and people don't get it. They say, oh, that's okay, it's fine lifestyle. And how did this virus come to be? How does it come from animals, from bats, or whatever it's coming from, to human beings? So I'm not sure if this is fact yet, but it seems to be a possibility that they're transgressing. One person transgressed one of the Noachide commandments, if that's indeed what happened. One of the 7 commandments is it's forbidden to eat any part of an animal that is still living. Eiver minachai. You can eat what you want as long as that living creature is dead before you eat it. So God, in his infinite kindness, gives us warning signs and shows us. But it's time that everybody focuses on doing what the Creator wants. The world is not a jungle. There's an eye that sees. There's an ear that hears. Every single action that we do, we are responsible for. We have choices to make. We're accountable for. And we can bring salvation to the whole world. Let's make the right choices. So I would encourage everyone to learn the 7 Noachide commandments, to teach them to others, promote them, spread them, and most importantly, to lead such a godly life, the purpose of why you're here, the purpose of what you were created for, and to serve God in unison, and then we will merit where there won't be any sickness, no more illness, all negativity, all impurities, all evil will be completely abolished forever and actually elevated and transformed into good in the most revealed way with a complete revelation of Mashiach now. Thank you.